We're looking at the second phase, another field in this pollinator project that I was asked to plant. One of the first questions I asked the manager a number of months ago when we first talked is like, well, did you work the ground, work the ground and spray again? Spray, flush, spray, flush. He's like, yeah, we worked it, sprayed it in the fall, we did it again in the spring. And I always will tell people, you didn't do a good enough job. That's just my canned answer. I pull into so many projects like this year after year, and I'm always assured that, yeah, we got it covered, it should be great. If you're out here 2 weeks ago when I first looked at it, you're not seeing weeds, right? Everybody thought it looked great, but I was always skeptical. So again, you can see some green out there, right? And that's very typical on some of these grasses, especially foxtail and some of that and no matter what the weed is, annual broadleaves, perennial broadleaves, some of the grasses, some of these will flush later, right? You have an early flush certain weeds and a late flush other weeds. So again, it's rarely good enough when I pull into jobs like this. And then the question is, now what? If the guy would have called me a week ago, we would have been best to spray it off again. And then we would have been planting into a really clean field. So even though this supposedly was sprayed twice last year and worked twice last year and then worked again and sprayed again this spring, we're still looking at this, right? Something to think about. And so whether it's corn or beans or whatever was planted previously, especially on areas that was like grass and sod and stuff that's been out there for many, many, many years, there's so many weed seeds that have been laying dormant. And so again, even if you spray it off in the spring and you work the ground, guess what? Especially when you're working it more than an inch or two deep, there's weed seeds that have been laying deep, like could be 3 inches deep, that he fluffed, or you could fluff those seeds back up to find the light of day, and that's probably what we're seeing right now, right? Words of the day from John with Grandpa Ray Outdoors.